What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I seen the titles going down. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. I would love it if y'all do that. I know a lot of people are new here. If y'all are, welcome to the channel. I usually don't do this, but I feel like I don't really introduce, myself. So I am Recklezz. Y'all can either call me Recklezz or Rico. I feel like a lot of people don't know that. It's either Recklezz or Rico. It really doesn't matter what people call me. The OGs know. I did start YouTube with doing car videos. If y'all do follow my Instagram, it's I am the real Recklezz. My TikTok is the same. Literally just post my car a lot, or my family, or myself. Then I was doing car videos, and I switched off to reactions, music, comedy, sports, stuff like that. And then, it got a little big. And then we switched to political. I wanted to learn. I didn't know. I came from a Democratic family, and then, went into, being independent. And then now, conservative Recklezz. I love it. But y'all see, definitely, I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. I definitely got to get y'all that. I love the comments that y'all give. I'm not even going to lie. I'm steady moving. My schedule is messed up. I literally was just talking to a woman. I refinanced my vehicles, and I talked to a woman, and her daughter actually showed her my video even before we started talking. It was like, I seen your email and blah, blah, blah. Are you Recklezz? And I had to tell her. And it's kind of crazy because it's like, dang, it's really, people are starting to notice and realize what's going on. A daughter showing her mother the videos. I'm telling y'all, I love it. I feel like I told y'all this is what I strive to do. I strive to definitely push out information to the younger crowd. I ain't gonna say older crowd, but y'all know what I mean. And just everybody. So I really love that. And I gotta give y'all, big shout out to y'all for sharing my videos, liking them, sharing them everywhere. Facebook, X, Instagram. I love it. TikTok, everything. But definitely had to say that, get out the way. Came across this video. This is wild. I'm not even gonna lie. This is definitely wild. Y'all can find this TikTok. It says at the real ish TV. But check this conversation out.
I am Hispanic. And the deporter in chief is still 6 million plus Barack Obama. Okay? The person who built the cages is still the deporter in chief, Barack Obama. The person who allowed children to come across the border. Now, I will give him this. He did tell the parents, do not allow your children to come up here because I'm sending them back. And I don't care if they don't have nobody with them. I'm sending them back. Now, fortunately for me, because I know how to do actual journalism, anytime anybody ever asks me about any of that, I can pull it up on a drop of a dime. So you can't tell me nothing about none of those executive orders because I know them.
Can I ask a question? Real quick, can I ask a question?
Hold on.
Go ahead.
So with that being said, I'm okay if you want to hold people accountable, but you also have to hold people accountable when they did it on their time. Mm-hmm. Because the person that has the highest number of deportations is Barack Obama. I'm sorry, Barack Hussein Obama.
Wait, how do you say Barack Obama, but you're wearing a Trump hat, and Barack doesn't even like Trump?
No, she's saying
that has nothing to do with.
She said, how can you say Obama and you have on a Make America Great Again hat, and Trump doesn't like Obama? I feel like right there, she lost the argument. I feel like that comeback right there, and that her reaction and the way that she responded, you lost that.
Barack doesn't even like Trump.
No, she's saying
that has nothing to do with what
I'm
saying.
Didn't like Trump.
More, she's saying Obama deported more. But this is my steaming question. This is my steaming question. I know the world, because I know they're going to be asking this in the comments. Yeah. You're Spanish, and Trump is trying to deport your family members.
That's what I was going to say. I'm Hispanic too, and I don't think that's right.
When he's saying Spanish, is he meaning like Hispanic?
My family.
You not Spanish?
But that's not what you said.
That's it. That's what I said. I said the people in the comments are going to be like, you got to make America great again, and you're Spanish, but they're trying to deport Spanish people.
The crazy thing is, and I think he's meaning Hispanics. The crazy thing is, I don't know why he's saying Spanish. The crazy thing is that I have people that are actually in my comments of all races, especially Hispanics, that love Trump. And I know people are wondering how love Trump. voted for Trump. Now I'm sure they talk about it in this video. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I'm sure.
Did Trump get the Latino vote?
Yes, because they were ignorant. They were
Did Trump get the Latino vote? Yes or no?
There it is.
I mean, he got the majority. That's all I paid attention to be honest with you. He won.
They're trying to.
No, you're
not answering my question.
And I feel like that's the main problem too, y'all. I feel like that is the main problem. And I'm not just gonna say because he black or nothing like that. It ain't got nothing to do with race. This is the main problem. The main problem is that people pick and choose what they want to pay attention to. Don't pick and choose what you want to pay attention to, because then you get on these little podcasts and get on these, these little broadcasts and say what you want to say and then really not have the facts because you're not paying attention to everything and saying, I'm going to be honest, this is the only thing I paid attention to. No, don't pay attention to just that. Pay attention to everything because it's important. It's important to pay attention to everything. And then if you don't know something about something, don't speak on it. I mean, it's common sense.
No, you're not answering my question.
Go ahead.
Did he get the Latino vote?
He won. I don't know if he got it or not. How about that?
Okay, so hold on. So if he got the Latino vote, right? If he got the Latino vote, that means the Latino community supports it.
Okay.
And out of ignorance, because they did not know.
They support their family members getting deported.
No. And I am Hispanic. They did not know. They thought that he was helping, but he was not.
She don't look Hispanic. The other lady, I can see it a little bit. I can hear it. She don't look Hispanic to me. And maybe so. It's just she don't look Hispanic.
Throwing paper towels and tissues is not helping.
Who the hell is that?
Trump.
Okay, so were you this vocal under Barack Obama? Is what I'm asking you.
Barack Obama?
No, I'm asking you, as a Hispanic, were you this vocal about kids in cages?
Yes.
Did you know about the 6 million deported?
But this is a thing,
No. Did you know about the kids that died coming off those trains? Did you know about the 8 million that died in the Rio Grande?
Barack Obama was like
2009.
See him? He want to take a sip now. He ain't know. But and this is the problem. This is the problem. That's that when it comes to people that don't know nothing. Like I said, they get on these podcasts. They want to talk. They want to say this. They want to say that, and not know. There are so many people that sit there and get mad about Trump. Oh, Trump, he's doing this and he's doing it. Let me tell y'all something. Obama did the same thing and more, plus some. Then on top of that, if you really want to get down and dirty with it, Trump said what he was going to do. Trump literally said what he was going to do when he got in the White House, and he's doing it right now.
And we're now in 2024. So
no, because I can't say, oh, women don't need to be baby mamas today. And when my mama a baby mama, my grandmama a baby mama, everybody I know a baby mama, and I don't have nothing to say about them and their discretions, but I got everything to say about these women. So what I'm saying is, again, if you're going to chastise somebody for immigration policies, then you have to chastise where it came from. Trump kept Barack Obama's immigration policies. He only did exactly what Obama did. Obama did actually more than any president in history, and that's a fact.
Okay.
Dang, all she said was okay. Got put in place. Speaking of children, on why I wanted to create this video anyways, and this video, I absolutely love it. I'm not even gonna lie. I absolutely love it because it just goes to show you. It shows you obviously like information for people, that obviously don't know, but it also shows you that there's a lot of people that's out there that think they know based off of just one thing that they seen or based off of assumptions. You literally had him right there like, I ain't even gonna lie. That's the only thing that I paid attention to. That's the only thing that I seen. That shouldn't be the only thing that you see. If you really want to speak on something and you have to pay attention to everything, not just that. Just because, the race. Let me see what this black person got going on. How many black people voted for it? Look at everything. Everything is important with everything that's going on. When it comes to the president of the United States, when it comes to the campaigns, when it comes to everything, you got to pay attention to everything. But I feel like a lot of people don't. And always got something to say. Not even gonna lie. Always got something to say. But speaking of kids, why I created this video in the first place and what I wanted to check out more is that I seen these posts. This is obviously something that is new to a lot of people. I seen The View actually drop it yesterday. They dropped it yesterday, and everybody, you know, has been talking about it for a while now. And it says Michelle Obama says that her daughters have been trying to push away from their parents since they were teenagers. Michelle and Barack were not thrilled that their older daughter Malia, who works in film, has dropped her last name for projects. Now professionally goes by Malia Ann, her first and middle names. I'm gonna let y'all check this video out.
You seen your children, both of you guys, sort of emulate you and at the same time do some things that they don't want to be?
Oh my God, where do we begin? And you guys know this is children of parents who are known. You know, you're trying to distinguish yourself. I mean, it is very important for my kids to feel like they've earned what they are getting in the world. And they don't want people to assume that they don't work hard, that they're just naturally just handed things. They're very sensitive to that. Aaliyah, who started in film, I mean, her first project, she took off her last name. But now as they're older, they are embracing our parenting principles in the same way that I think I discovered that about my parents. By the time I got to college and saw more of life, I realized, you know, our parents are flawed.
When they were in the White House, I was always very careful of the image that we portrayed because I didn't want to be that brother or brother-in-law who was in the paper for doing something stupid.
Let me tell y'all something. I feel like there's more to that. I feel like this is just much of a cover up, like they always do when it comes to the Obamas. I'm just being real with y'all, and I say that because I feel like every other kid that has been in the White House, I don't know, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, and I probably shouldn't speak on it, like I said, but I'm pretty sure, you know, this is the first time I've heard. I'm going to say this. This is the first time that I've heard of, I guess, a president's child changing, you know, the name, the last name, that last name. This is the first time. So I feel like more so that this is, what am I want to make it, I got to watch what I say on here. I got to watch what I say, y'all. As much as I want to say some things, I got to watch what I say because I got to show y'all something too towards the end of this video. Y'all should already know where I'm getting at with this. But my thing is, I feel like they've seen so many things coming in and out the White House, seeing, you know, different things, you know, being around different people. And, you know, I feel like it's more of that. And I feel like just not having no ties to that Obama last name. The things that they've done. Meaning, you know, Michelle, Barack, the things that they have done, the people that they have been around, you know, the things that they have said, you know, I feel like it's just one of those things, like, you never know. And I feel like it's more to that. I feel like this is just another cover up. You know, she want to hop on a podcast. You know, y'all going to correct me when I say she, but hopping on that podcast and basically, okay, because she, you know, she's in film, she wants to be her own self and be her own. Man, there's more than that. I know for a fact it is. I'm telling y'all. It really says here, this ABC News, former First Lady Michelle Obama said she and her husband, Barack, respect their daughter, Malia, dropping her last name, Obama, in professional projects, and praised how both of their daughters more generally want to be their own people. Says from Michelle Obama, it is very important for my kids to feel like they've earned what they're getting in the world. And they don't want people to assume that they don't work hard and that they're just naturally just handy things. Man, let me tell y'all something. I feel like one thing about it, I feel like I would always be that parent. I love when kids, you know, and it took me a while to understand it. And I'm gonna put this for y'all. You know, I don't want it to be where it's like my kids, you know, my daughters, to where they have to do everything that I want them to do. You know, I have to mold them into be this. You know, definitely teach them. Definitely teach them. I'm not saying don't teach them. I'm not saying, you know, that I'm not going to teach my daughters anything. It's just the simple, you know, fact of when it comes to sports, when it comes to career. choose a positive path, definitely. But at the same time, if I achieve something in life and I've handed, my daughter this, or I've worked hard to do this, I feel like that's something that I don't know, like I definitely want to do. But as far as that last name, I feel like that's something that I feel like is definitely something that's more to it. It's definitely something that's more to it. When you have Michelle and you have Barack, they have, believe it or not, I know a lot of people love Obama, love Obama's this, that, and the other. But I feel like they have done so much wrong that their daughters understood that growing up. And it's just more to it. Like I said, can't speak on too much. But the things that I've seen, just me, and I'm not a son of Obama's, and the things that I've seen, the things that, have been going on ever since I've, been doing these videos, and the things that I can't even post on here, I find it crazy. I definitely find it crazy, and I see why they wouldn't want that last name. I mean, that's common sense. So I definitely see that. But as far as like, they're just, the last thing Michelle said, to assume that they don't work hard and that they're naturally just handed things. I mean, she literally put out her own movie. I'm pretty sure Michelle Obama and Barack Obama has, they're putting out movies themselves. So it's not that. I feel like it's one of those things. Embrace it. Me personally, I don't know about y'all, but that's just how I feel. That I was just talking to my girl about it, and I'm like, I would love to see, my daughter to drive to school with a nice car. If we have it, why not? I think it's something amazing. I don't like when, it's daddy gave you that, daddy did. Yes, of course. Because his father obviously worked hard. His mother obviously worked hard. Her father actually worked hard for that. And did that. And as long as they're on the right path of being positive and being a great person, being a great student, a great individual, there's nothing wrong with that. Me personally, but that's how I feel. It's just my opinion. I don't know how everybody else feels, but I feel like it's a beautiful thing. If I have it, why not? I'm just saying. It's just one of those things, like materialistic things. Shouldn't, another conversation. But at the same time, in their situation, I feel like this is something that's definitely is more to it. It definitely is more to it on why Malia did that. I'm not even gonna lie. It's from ABC News. Former First Lady said that she and her husband Barack respect their daughters. Malia dropping her last name. More and more posts of this, and then I came across this video from Aquarius. Check it out.
For the roughly 99.987% of Americans who have not watched Michelle Obama's newest podcast, you don't have to do so. I'll just report on what the hell's going on over there. Now, in a recent episode, Michelle essentially continued to out her family as she has been doing on this podcast. First kind of outing her husband and his flaws and, the issues she has with him. And then, of course, family dynamics, etc. Well, on the latest episode, she went on speaking of how her kids had decided to distance themselves from their parents. When I say distance, I don't just mean like, they went off to college, just a little physical distance. I'm talking about they didn't want to talk to their parents anymore. As a matter of fact, I believe one, if not both the daughters, changed their name. Yeah, they no longer want to be associated with the Obama name. Now, you may think to yourself, okay, I know that it must have not been easy growing up in the White House and having all that attention around you for 8 years, etc. But what would lead a child to want to remove a name which supposedly is supposed to have so much significance, power, and honor, I would say? Unless, of course, they didn't actually believe that, but instead they saw their name as problematic.
Mm-hmm.
So again, this is just my own personal opinion, but I believe that there are things that were happening behind closed doors.
Exactly.
Things that these young ladies were exposed to that they want nothing to do with. Because there have been a lot of kids that have gone in and out of the White House, some for 4 years, some for 8. And I have not heard of any changing their last name.
See what I mean?
Most of them would use their last name. You know what I mean? But this one, it's a little sketch. It's a little.
Definitely. I do find it crazy. I told y'all. I find it very interesting, very crazy. If y'all look at these photos too, I'm not gonna lie. I seen these photos for the first time, and it threw me off. It threw me off just for the simple fact that you can definitely tell just based off of how things are looking. Literally says this is Martin Nesbitt and Anita Blanchard. These obviously are, I'm pretty sure, best friends of the Obamas. Good friends of the Obamas, and it's reasons on why they're staying close. We actually recently, if I know a lot of people probably haven't seen it, but I would say about a few months ago, we actually posted a video of Martin Nesbitt and Obama together, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can find it here. Now they're gonna put out more and more pictures, but they were actually walking. Let me see here. They were actually walking. I'm trying to see if I can find a post. of it. But there was a post of them actually walking on a beach, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so that was back in 2008, but they were together again. Recently. It was a video, it was something that I posted not too long ago. But they do stay close. I do find it pretty wild, that. I mean, look, this is very identical. I'm pretty sure. I want to say Sasha and Malia, so-called daughters, of the Obamas. And then you have Martin Nesbitt, which is, good friends with Michelle Obama and Barack Obama, and then Anita Blanchard. So y'all let me know y'all comments and thoughts down below. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love to everybody. Stay tuned for more videos. Y'all new to the channel. Definitely appreciate y'all. If y'all do like the channel, please subscribe. Definitely much love to everybody. Catch y'all next one.